Hello, guys, and welcome to the Panic Podcast. This is going to be a series of podcasts with me and Alfie. Introduce yourself, Alfie.
Okay, so hi, I'm Alfie. I am going to be Joel's co-host in this series, but this is 100% Joel's podcast.
Yeah, so basically it's my podcast, but it's mainly going to be me and Alfie. And during this podcast, we're just going to do random stuff, just whatever we feel like at the moment. So Alfie, introduce the topic we're going to be doing.
So our first topic is going to be the passionate debate between food. Should it be served dry or wet or somewhere in between? Joel, what is your opinion first? Because I already have mine, and it's going to be a passionate finish.
Alright, so I think it should be served wet, because dry food is just not nice. Just plain, like a plain burger. It needs to have sauce. You know?
Yeah, I get you.
What do you say?
I say it should be served dry, and the reason I say this is because it annoys me. Whenever I get a Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, they always do the assembly wrong if you get it wet. If you have, like, a sauce on it, I shit you not, every single time they do it this way. Bun, sauce, lettuce, burger, sauce, bun. This is if you don't have cheese, which I normally don't. Okay? The problem with that is, the sauce gets onto the bun, and then the bun slides off, okay? It gets all soggy, it gets destroyed, especially if it's brioche, and it's really annoying to pick up and eat. You end up having to cut it up, okay?
I get you.
So, this is how to do a wet burger properly. Bun, lettuce and salad, okay? Not just lettuce, also something that I don't like. Lettuce and salad. Sauce, not too much, not too little, enough to know it's there, but not enough to have the fucking slopes of the Alps just pouring off your burger. Burger.
I get you.
Salad. Bun. No second layer of sauce, okay? Okay.
I get you. Because I feel like they overdo the levels of sauce needed, and then the sauce is just overpowering the burger.
Yeah, it's just... I want a burger, not a sloppy fucking Joe. Okay, if I wanted a sloppy Joe, I get a sloppy Joe. I get this big old ball of gravy meat in my burger, okay? I don't want that. I want distinguishable tastes on levels. I get that if you're a McDonald's worker, you don't want to be standing there every day and you're not a perfectionist. You don't want to be pouring, the perfect level of sauce. Same with Subway. I get that you don't want to be putting them 6 mandatory foot-long olives if they ask for it. That's a Subway policy. You're only allowed to put 6 olives on a foot-long in actual policy. No one listens to it, obviously, but still. I get you don't want to be standing there counting all of it out, putting the right amount on. You just want to get the burger out the window, get onto the next order, get your day done, get your paycheck. But for someone who doesn't work there, for someone who is buying food, for someone who is putting money on things, it is very annoying to get a complete shit in a box, okay? It's not okay.
Because, the picture they advertise, your burger's never that picture.
I know, that's actually fiberglass. They do fiberglass on the pictures.
Do that?
Yeah, you can search it up. All of the burgers in the pictures are fiberglass.
Wow. That's pretty savage.
Yeah.
I saw this video of this guy going around, fast food chains, and then getting the burgers and just going, it doesn't look like what you advertise, and showing them the actual picture on their website, and then getting them to remake it nicer, and they actually did it.
Yeah, well, that just shows that they could do it if they wanted to, but I don't know. These things are fiberglass. Maybe it lasts longer. Maybe it's better under the light of the studio. Anyway, it really irritates me. And it isn't just for burgers. Let's just go on to something else. If I'm getting a roast, I don't like roasts much, okay? But if I have a roast, I want the gravy on my meat and my potatoes, but nowhere else. See, now, Northerners in this country, and some people down here, as well as the Irish, which I would know I'm part Irish, they just seem to throw the gravy on everything. And it's really annoying. I just want it on the meat and the potatoes. It makes them better, and the other things already have their distinct taste. It's please don't do it. I'll use something that you'll know, Joel. Curry. Okay, curry.
Oh.
Curry is the perfect balance, in my opinion, of rice, meat, or vegetable, and sauce.
Yes.
Okay? I don't want all of my rice covered by the sauce. I don't want all of the rice to have meat through it. And I don't want the rice to be everywhere. I want the perfect balance.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put gravy on top of everything, or if you put curry sauce on top of all of the curry, it just ruins it for me.
Yeah, because, like, some people, like, in India, if you're getting served curry, they don't put the curry sauce directly onto your rice. They either serve it on the side of your plate, or there's a separate bowl that you have where you can pour the however much you want.
Yeah. I mean,
and like
that's the same over here with curry houses. Like, some of them, the good ones, put it on the side. They come out with the trays, they put everything on the table, everything is laid out, and you can put things on as you please. But the bad ones, the almost chain ones now, you know, the sort of standard curry house, when they just slap everything on, it's like, no, go away, I don't like this.
Yeah. So, I guess the conclusion is that fast food chains and restaurants need to be better at presenting their foods.
Yeah, definitely.
Essentially. Alright, so what's the next topic that we're going
Alright, so our next topic is the rise and fall of memes in the recent years. Okay, so I myself, I love the memes, okay? I'm a meme connoisseur, that is a lie. I just enjoy the memes sometimes. I feel, personally, that memes have taken a turn for the worst in the last few years. I think that the pinnacle was maybe 2015. Not like My Name is Jeff sort of shit, okay? Like, just creativity. Maybe 2016 as well. But in 2017, a lot of the memes, I'm not sure if it's the groups that I've been added to, a lot of the memes have been, like, really, really messed up.
Mm-hmm. I agree, because, like, back in the day...
Back in the summer in 86, back on the farm in Alabama, the memes were so pure you could smell it in the morning air.
But yeah, essentially, like, the memes were, like, creative, but nowadays, memes just focused on being, like, racist or offending certain people to be funny.
I mean, like, some of them are funny. Like, if they've got a little rhyme like hippity hoppity females are property, I don't mind them, okay? Obviously, it's not true, but it's got a amusing little ring to it. But when it's just like, if the Reich succeeded, we wouldn't have the problem of disabled people. It's like, it's not really a meme. It's a statement, a racist statement, or like discriminatory, I guess, statement.
Mm-hmm. Like, occasionally you'll see a creative...
Yeah, it's like We Are Number One when the guy who played him got cancer. That was incredibly creative and inspiring. I say that almost ironically, but it's kind of, I don't know, not heartwarming, but just cool that he'll have the memory of having one of the biggest memes of 2016-17 in his last years.
Yeah. Gotta love being a living meme.
Yeah.
But like, what was I going to say? It was like some memes, like it might have just been like the fall of Vine.
Yeah.
Because when Vine was up, there was a lot of terrible memes, but there were like
you had the creatives,
diamonds among them.
And now you got fucking England is my city.
Flipping, yeah, Jake Paul and all of that. Great quality.
It's like,
content.
What's it been called? It's called like the internet refugee crisis, because all of the Viners without a place to post Vines anymore have like immigrated to YouTube and different platforms like that. I think a few went to VidMe trying to get that thing alive again, but that's not happening. Yeah. So they called it the refugee crisis, and you just got these Viners uploading their Vines on YouTube now. Now that I think we've realised that memes have come to a dead end of a point, can we talk about something that's just popped into my head?
Sure thing.
YouTube competitors.
Sorry?
YouTube has a monopoly on the video uploading platform. And you could argue that Facebook has something to rival it, but we all know that Facebook is just sort of dictated by BuzzFeed and shitty things like that, and Vice.
Yeah.
The out-and-out competitors that I'm thinking, like, Facebook isn't solely for videos, by the way. It's for different things. I mean, status updates still exist. Anyway, you've got VidMe, Dailymotion. What was the other one? There's one specifically for animations.
There's what's that thing called? Like, Vimeo.
Vimeo, that's it. I think that's the one that focuses heavily on animations. And you've got these things, but they're all shunned almost as like YouTube knockoffs. I feel like it would be good for the site to have some competition, because if you look at the state of YouTube at the moment, you've just had the apocalypse, everything's slowly coming back to life, but you've just got the state that it's in right now, and VidMe is potentially, VidMe and Dailymotion are potentially the strongest competitors to replace or give it some competition. I feel like that would be a really good thing for the site. It would spur it to give it that initial creativity that it had to get it back to life. I mean, I get that these other platforms are nowhere near as good, but you also need to remember, I'm not sure if Dailymotion, but I'm pretty sure VidMe isn't owned by a corporation. It's its own, like, company, and its sole purpose is that, whereas YouTube has the backing of the whole of Google. I feel, and obviously it's not going to be as good if it doesn't have the backing of Google, but I feel like it would just be good if everybody gave those sites a chance at least to see if it can compete, and just to have the opportunity of not just to become a YouTuber, but to become a VidMe maker or whatever, or a Dailymotioner, to have that opportunity over a YouTube thing. So, just so it doesn't give them all of the power to do what they want.
Like, YouTube are like kind of the most stupid company out there, I'm not going to lie, or like business, because they listen to the users, but they don't at the same time, because that they're active, and they know what's going on, but they don't care about most stuff. Like for example, so like, say the golden play buttons and all that stuff, they know about like the users who are like reaching loads of subscribers, because they're sending them to like meetings, like the people with like millions of subscribers, but they're just not like listening, and they know like some of their stuff is broken with like clickbait, and how like small channels and stuff, or like
they don't really have an
people are
opportunity
just getting
anymore.
loads of money. And like it's literally impossible to start up a channel almost. I mean, now kind of.
The fact is, YouTube itself is oversaturated. Like, we're creating this for fun. We don't expect to get anywhere. And the reason we've got that mentality is because YouTube has passed its golden age. YouTube is now oversaturated in almost all categories. And if you're looking for a category which is new and untapped, you have like fad categories. So a few months ago, you had Leafy and Pyrocynical and Luna, and these channels that had massive followings for a very short amount of time, and they created a lot of sway between it. And I think at its height, Leafy was getting 20 million views a month, if I'm not wrong, or something like that.
Something like
that. It was just this complete explosion of content that was in that. But then everyone started making commentaries. You know, everyone and their fucking grandmother was making commentaries. You had the big channels, obviously Leafy, but then to get into the headlines more in the commentary community, they started making drama, and that's where the next fad come in. which is drama channels. So
What is
Drama Alert
Drama
Nation.
Alert Nation.
So Keemstar made that. Scarce to a lesser extent, although he wasn't a drama channel, he was just a news channel who reported on all the drama and admittedly benefited from it. You had YouTube, Pyrocynical, Leafy, Luna, Grey Day Under, all of these massive channels that had previously had different content, commentary channels that were doing different things. And Grade, he was talking about fairly mundane topics. This is a point that's been made, by the way. I'm taking inspiration from other things. Fairly mundane topics and putting his own little spin on it, making it entertaining, giving it some comedy. And they all became a drama channel. And was it iDubbbz did it as well, didn't he? He got involved.
iDubbbz was...
No, it was Rice Gum. It was
iDubbbz
Rice
kind
Gum.
of just did it for the meme.
Rice Gum got involved with all the drama. Oh god, that's if passionate fans watch this, I'm sorry.
iDubbbz was just like the guy that is in the group chat but isn't sending any messages, but is just reading all of the beef.
Yeah, exactly. So you had all of that was going on. Rice Gum. Leafy had drama at some point. Leafy
did have drama with iDubbbz for a slight moment.
Oh, I didn't know that.
In the history
I didn't really. I stopped paying attention after a while. After everyone had beef with everyone, Pyrocynical and Leafy had beef at points.
Flipping that Pokemon Go.
Yeah, what was his name? I don't know what it was, but it was I Play Pokemon Go Kid. He had beef with all of them, and they started taking the piss out of his teeth. Drama Alert, Keemstar, he had beef with everyone.
Yeah, basically.
And all of this started happening, and it just sort of ruined it. And it led to the decline of those channels' actual personalities. Like, Grade A, Under A, and Scarce have almost completely disappeared off of the platform while the adpocalypse is going on. So Grade A is saying that it's for health reasons, so I can't contradict that. I don't know anything that would support otherwise, other than the fact...
Can I just say one thing? Yeah. About the adpocalypse currently going on with YouTube. YouTube are fully aware that people's jobs and their lives rotate around this website and this platform, and that's their main source of income. Yet they do all this stuff with the ads and stuff, which is they're essentially trying to kill people. If you think about it, like,
I mean, that's what I was saying.
They're trying to make.
That's why I was saying it would be good to have competitors like VidMe, Vimeo, and Dailymotion to actually have sway in the market.
Because YouTube are just like the leaders. They don't really care at the moment, to be honest. But if they had to try and keep their audience, keep them there, they wouldn't do this whole adpocalypse thing.
Like, the second biggest video sharing site specifically for videos is Dailymotion. And the top subscribed channel on that, I believe, is Watch Mojo with just under 1 million. Compare that to this website where PewDiePie now has 55 million. So that's over 55 times the amount of subscribers.
At the moment, he has 56 million.
Yeah, almost over 56 million times... 56 times the subscribers. And it might have changed since then. Watch Mojo might have broken the threshold on Dailymotion, or another channel might have. But it doesn't change the fact that they're so far behind. And let's get back to the drama channels and that. So it essentially led to the death of Grade A, Under A as a channel, and Scarce as a channel for the time being. Grade A, a lot of his original million or so fans who enjoyed his comical videos were upset with the amount of drama videos that he was uploading. I think it went from almost all of them being comedy to maybe 1 in 5. So that's just upsetting that was just upsetting a lot of people, so they stopped watching his videos as much. Although he did gain a very large temporary amount of following for the drama, it led to the rise and fall of Leafy. The fall of Luna, because he was just doing them life story videos until he got involved slightly with drama, and he's he slowly went downhill since then. I don't think many people watch him anymore. Pyrocynical. It's arguable that Pyrocynical is the only one that isn't dead.
Mm-hmm.
But his numbers have dropped drastically.
Yeah, definitely.
Keemstar is... Well, he died, but he's slowly climbing back up the ladder.
Flipping resurrected.
Resurrected from the dead.
He died as a human and resurrected as a mutant.
Yes. Hey, what's up, guys? Killer Keemstar here, back from the dead. Yeah. I mean, when is the next time we're going to hear the words, "Hey, what's up, guys? Scarce here. Today, crazy news day, double upload." When is the next time we're going to hear that?
Yeah. It's like...
It's killed more channels than it's created. And
mm-hmm.
the newest genre that is up and coming, with leaders such as The Odd Ones Out, Jaden Animations, Tim Tom to a lesser extent, It's Alex Clark to a lesser extent, Domix, what's his name? Tony V Toons, Herald Story, things like these. Animations. Animations are becoming a lot larger than they have ever been before. And I would say that's mainly thanks to The Odd Ones Out and Jaden Animations, but mainly The Odd Ones Out. And this is one that I could see being sustainable. They don't get involved with with much drama. They don't overstep boundaries. They have light-hearted content for the most part. I mean, there has been some not light-hearted stuff, just some depressing almost stuff uploaded by Jaden Animations, but that's personal stuff, personal problems and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're light-hearted. It seems sustainable. They upload maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. And YouTube is slowly starting to favour them over other things. It's like something that I also thought was sustainable at the time, but has completely proved me wrong, is gaming channels. Mm-hmm. Gaming channels,
I feel like,
are almost all dead.
Yeah, essentially, because I feel like the people that uploaded daily, like e.g. like Leafy, so like Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie and all that, back in the day, they were literally trending. Everyone loved them.
Yeah.
Just the daily content was just amazing. But nowadays, I feel like the channels I watch more, and I'm pretty sure most people watch more, are the channels that upload less, but their content is more like kind of quality and stuff. Because, for example, PewDiePie, I think he's recently announced that he's going to be cutting up the daily uploads to favour quality more than quantity. Because like nowadays his content just exists of you laugh, you lose, and all that stuff like that. And like back in the day, I used to watch Jacksepticeye, Leafy, PewDiePie on a daily basis. I was loving those daily uploads. But then that just makes the YouTuber feel like they don't know what to do, and then the quality just goes down, and then that's how the drama starts, because someone roasts them on saying, "Oh, your content isn't quality," and then channels just die.
I completely agree with you. It's like PewDiePie back in the day when I used to watch him daily. The thing that got me to watch PewDiePie and the thing that grabbed my attention from him, I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I'm a day one PewDiePie. I remember the days he uploaded Minecraft, all 3 episodes or however many he had." Okay. The things that grabbed my attention was when he was up and coming, or like the start of that massive boom, when he was still behind Smosh, I believe, the Last of Us. Okay, that completely grabbed my attention, and I loved it. Okay, I loved the PewDiePie playthrough of it more than I love the actual game. But everyone who's saying we want the old PewDiePie back, we want the gaming PewDiePie back, because this is not what the majority of your fan base subscribed for. Yes, but no. You're saying you want the old PewDiePie back, the back to normal PewDiePie. He's the one that is actually Felix or PewDiePie or whatever. But he has come to admit, and there are errors to prove it in the older videos, that back then he was just acting. all of that overreacting, oh, I'm loving this game stuff, this game is great, on every single game that he was playing, like, this could be my possible favourite game, was acting. There is a video clip of him in an older video saying, I don't think I'm being funny enough today. So that just sort of shows how much his acting is back in the day. So everyone who's saying, oh, this new PewDiePie, he's just acting, you know, it's annoying, he's just grabbing all the trends. Sure he is, but he was acting back then. It's just a different kind now.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like nowadays, it's just that YouTubers have become more themselves. For example, Jacksepticeye, who used to, and I would say, like, not actually, I wouldn't say he's my favorite anymore, but he used to be my favorite YouTuber. I still watch him, but not as often as I used to. Like,
definitely.
Before every morning, first thing I did when I woke up, watch Jacksepticeye.
Now it's more like once a week.
Yeah, and the thing with Jacksepticeye is he's even said it himself before. Like, in the past, he would kind of be like fake almost, and with the over the top, like, top of the morning to you laddies and all that, like the over the top energetic and stuff. And now he's become a lot more himself and more chilled out, and people just don't like that for some reason. Even though you're saying you like someone, but when they become themselves, or when they're doing what they want, you just instantly say, no, I don't like that, sorry, go back to your old self that was like had no free time and stuff. Because in the past he spent all of his days recording and editing videos, and just to get that daily upload, because that's what people wanted and stuff.
I mean, like, I feel I'm gonna come to Casey Neistat in a bit. Completely off topic. I'm coming for you, Casey. All 7 people watching here, I'm coming for Casey Neistat. Anyway, Jacksepticeye, I respect his work ethic massively. Okay, he grinds so much just to get the videos out, and he tries to get them the best quality he can. And yeah, he definitely overacted in the past, like the branding himself as the most energetic YouTuber. He stopped doing that in recent months and years because, like, it's almost cringy to do that, because, like, it's almost aimed for the children, whereas now he's focused more on teenagers and children combined. I mean, obviously not super young, because he swears in his videos, but, like, he's broadened his audience almost. He's calmed down, he's relaxed. When you play games, you can see that he's getting into it, and it's not just this constant sharp, on edge, almost like on crack sort of guy.
Like, nowadays, he's hired someone else to edit.
Yeah, what's his name?
Which is, I think his name is Rob.
Guy. Something like that.
So he's just had a lot. Jack, or Sean, which is real name,
Sean
has had a lot more. Yeah, has a lot more free time, and he's doing what he enjoys. He plays the games he enjoys. He does the content he enjoys, which, I'm not gonna lie, his content is a lot more quality now. And even though I don't watch him on a day-to-day basis, when I do watch him, I actually am into it and I enjoy it. When, like, before, I probably just watched him because of kind of the hype train, and, like, I don't really know why, but because of this changed personality, like,
people are angry.
People are like, what happened to the old energetic
Jacksepticeye?
Like, he still does say he still does that intro, but that's just the authenticity. Like, that's his brand.
Top of the morning to you, ladies.
But, like,
shit like that.
For example, it depends kind of what he's playing. Like, say Overwatch, which he does play nowadays. That's quite energetic, because Overwatch is an energetic game, but a game like Banished, which is a city building kind of relaxed paced game, it's more relaxing, you know, and, like, I like it. That's the kind of content I like, because at the end of the day, we all watch YouTube to kind of just relax and just get away from the stuff that's happening around us. And then the fact that people are kind of demanding this daily content means that the content lowers, and then people are like, what is this? This is
I
terrible.
don't. It's a lose-lose
And then
situation for him. I'm sorry for cutting
Yeah.
over you, but if he churns out this absolute machine like he was doing a few months ago, and he gets Rob to stop editing, he does all the editing on himself. He's like working somewhere between like 12 and 16-hour days. He doesn't have time to relax. He has time to sleep. That's all he has. So if he's churning that out, obviously his quality's going to drop. He's going to be fueled on coffee and like faking it. And people who are saying, "Oh, what's happening to this Jack? Just faking it for the views and the money." No, if anything, he's gone back. Like, I think his views have dipped. They started to climb recently, I believe, but they dipped for a while. He's not doing it because he wants the money. He's doing it because he wasn't comfortable pretending to be someone else. And he's staying humble to that. I'm pretty sure he's admitted it in Q&As before. He's admitted that his older videos have been overly hyped and overly energetic. And he's a lot more relaxed, and we can see who he is. And he opens up a lot more than he did back then.
Mm-hmm. And like, with like YouTubers kind of faking it, which... Yeah, I'd say a lot more YouTubers have chilled out more like nowadays than they used to before, because it's kind of like, why should YouTubers have to feel like they have to fake it to get the views? Because what people are forgetting are these people are human beings too. They have lives, they have things to do. Jacksepticeye, he has a girlfriend, he has friends, same with PewDiePie and most YouTubers. They have a life, and YouTube, even though YouTube is their job, they're not, you can't expect them to choose YouTube over their friends and family. Like, if you want, like, what would you rather have? Just terrible content but daily, or just maybe not daily but quality really good videos? You know?
I mean, you've got things like, as you were saying, work-life balance. People who say that YouTube isn't a job, I'm gonna agree with you and disagree with you at the same time. Sure, you could be like Leafy. Videos take, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes to edit, another 45 minutes to upload, maybe an hour to record and edit down to that. Or you could be Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and all of that, where it takes maybe anywhere between an hour, 3 or 4 hours, stuff like that, to record, and then you need to give the person who's editing or yourself maybe somewhere between 3 and 5 hours to edit it down, and then it takes however long to upload. So you're looking at between, like, what, maybe somewhere between 12-hour days and on a good day, 10-hour, 9-hour. And that's not good. That's not a frequently good basis. And I'm pretty sure Jacksepticeye, because he did, like, 2 videos a day, double that content. So that's impossible, obviously, like... He probably worked 18-hour days sometimes at peak. So you can't expect people to do that all the time you want. It's not fair on them. They're forgetting, as you said, that they're humans, and just comparing them to some sort of machine that just entertains them.
Yeah, and like, because I feel like since people have like, since the TVs are kind of dying and people are going to like streaming services and online entertainment like YouTube. The thing with TVs was your favorite TV show was on every day, the same great quality, and people are expecting that from YouTube as well. But like the TV, they filmed that already.
They filmed that like 7 months before you're seeing it.
Yeah, and like with the whole YouTube isn't a job thing, I can see how you can see it's not a job, because some people are literally playing video games and filming themselves for a living. But you've got to understand that it's still a job, because they're still getting paid. They're working hard. It's a lot harder than it looks. And just because you're doing something you like doesn't mean it's not a job. That's the same as saying, because someone likes building,
they're not doing a job.
Them being a builder isn't a job. That's just them having some fun.
Yeah, it's like they're doing hard work, and for good YouTubers, they're churning out like great quality content, and they're doing it on a daily basis. They might be working as hard as anybody else out there. They might be working harder, they might not be putting as much effort in. but you can really tell when someone's gone that extra mile just to, you know, get that great quality content. And obviously, Jacksepticeye's content isn't the highest quality, but it's nowhere near bad. It's nowhere near the bottom. I'd say it's very good, but it's not, like, amazing. It's a really good balance between quality and quantity.
Yes, definitely. And I'd say, like, yeah, in the case of Jacksepticeye, it's actually crazy, to be honest, how he's making content of this quality
Twice a
with
day.
so much quantity twice a day.
Does he even take a day off?
Sometimes if he's going to, like, a convention or something,
Yeah.
he takes a week off, but in the week before that he prepares videos.
Yeah, no, that's just insane. It's like I know he does them the day before, at least he used to. He might have changed that now. But the amount that he does and the quality that they all are is just insane. And if you don't like something that he's doing, so say you didn't like a specific series like, I don't know, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, you're like, wow, I don't like this. I'm going to click off and wait, 4 hours for his next video?
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Essentially, yeah. So I just say the conclusion of this is just don't, like, the reason YouTube is kind of falling is, number one, the fact that YouTubers are having to upload so consistently that their quality of the content is dropping, causing other YouTubers to start drama with them because of how bad their content is, which then downfalls to loads of people unsubscribing from both YouTube channels involved in the drama. And then you've also got the ad stuff, which is causing YouTubers to not get money and then quit their jobs, essentially.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you completely. Now that all of the actual stuff is out of the way, Casey fucking Neistat. Okay, people praise him as a god in some situations. I know someone I used to know definitely did, tried to be them almost. Okay, he's got good quality videos. Okay, he's a good director. He's good at what he does, but he's a dick. He's not a nice person, and I feel like he's very arrogant in what he does. That's not to say his content isn't good. I mean, I've watched them, I've been entertained by them. But in what he does, he's a knob. You might have to be in that industry, I don't know, I'm not in that industry. My points for him being this dick that I have in question is he has come from humble backgrounds. He came from a working class family, working middle class, can't remember. He was troubled as a kid, and he had a kid at like 18 or something like that. And he's had a lot of struggles in his life. He moved to New York City on a whim. He took that massive risk. He bought a computer and a camera with the remaining money that he had, I'm pretty sure. Massive risks that he's taken, and it's worked out for him. And for that, I say, bravo. Well done, it's worked out for you. That's not why I think he's a dick. The reason I think he's a dick is because he feels like people who are taking handouts, or this, at least this is my impression, obviously he hasn't said that, people who are taking handouts aren't working hard enough for what they're, like, to get where he's been. He feels like because he took those risks, and he moved to New York, and it put pretty much his whole life at risk, or the way, not as in life or death, but the whole life as he knew it at risk. Anyone should be able to do it because it worked out for him.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. He doesn't understand some people's background, and it comes off like he feels people who aren't in a good situation aren't trying hard enough, and that's just a bit shitty. I mean, sometimes that's the case, but in other cases, people really are struggling, and it's not their fault. They are trying as hard as they can, and everything is just getting in their way. Just because he is some massive inspirational success story doesn't mean that everybody who tries to do the same thing can be.
Yeah, and I don't watch Casey Neistat a lot, so I may not be as informed about his things, but like of the videos I have seen on him, he is like a great filmmaker, and the stuff he does is actually quite amazing to watch, and it's very entertaining. But yeah, I agree, because like the commotion about how he like, I'm not sure if this is relevant or not, but the thing about how he just stopped vlogging because it wasn't like challenging anymore or something like that, and then like
I appreciate like that it must have been boring to do the same thing day in, day out, but he pretty much almost insulted everybody who was watching him with that. I mean, a lot of people came out and I was like, wow, I'm upset that it's ending. I can't wait for more content of yours to come out. Thank you for the however many vlogs you did. A lot of people were doing stuff like that. Other people, however, me included in this, I didn't watch him at this time. It just came off to me like a massive go fuck yourself. Like, I'm bored of this. I've got into a routine. I get good views. It's boring to me. It's not challenging. I'm going to go do other stuff. Bye.
That's like kind of at the point where, because how I said about YouTubers should be relaxed, but that's the point where it's kind of too relaxed, if you get me. Because it's just like say in the case of Jacksepticeye, he's just like, I'm going to be myself. If you don't like that, then you can go away. But then with Casey Neistat is, I'm being myself, or I'm bored of what I'm doing, even though it's like everyone likes it, and it's not me trying to try so hard to do stuff. It's working and people like it, but it's boring me. Let's do something else.
Something comparable to it with me is Sam Allardyce in football. You won't get this because I know you don't like football. Sam Allardyce takes over a club, gets them promoted, or keeps them from getting relegated. This is what it seems to be anyway. Then he gets bored and resigns, or his form's so bad he gets sacked. But for the most part, he gets bored and resigns. And it's like, it's not really how it works. You tend to try and stick with things through the boring parts to get to that achievement. Casey comes off of someone who's very much like a child and a new plaything. They get it, they play with it for a while, it's entertaining them, they get bored with it, and they just stop using it. And this could all be presumptions that are completely out of nowhere. He could be a completely different person in real life. But what I'm going off is opinions I've gathered from watching his videos. Please don't get angry. Okay, so little blooper. Anyway, Joel, continue.
Yeah, so basically, just that's what we think about the YouTube situation right now and Casey Neistat and stuff. We may just be telling utter lies here, but that's what we think about the whole situation here. So don't be angry about our opinions, just our opinion. We're not here trying to...
Yeah, it's opinions we've gathered from like
some of the stuff we said is facts, but it's mainly just our opinion. So just don't... We're not trying to change your opinion, but if you agree with us, you agree. And yeah, so I guess this is the end of the first episode of the Panic Podcast.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my
But yeah, we've just been on a little rant about YouTube and stuff. So if you like it, you know, we're definitely going to be making
smash that
hit that like button in the face. All right.
Smack that like button's ass like it's linseed in the summer.
Alright, we don't need any of that cringe flipping like and all that. But, you know, whatever you want us to talk about, just hit it down in the comments. Or we have actually got a Discord server, and the link to that will be in the description. So if you've got Discord, definitely come and chat to us on there. And yeah, so... thanks for listening. I was going to say watching, but you're kind of listening to it. So yeah, just thanks. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode.
Danke schön. Auf Wiedersehen.